Hey everybody, Sean here. I wanted to make a quick video. I had a situation on Sunday, and I just want to talk about it real quick because everybody's been asking, everybody's been, looking out for me, sending their regards and all that. I'm already sick of telling this story, so I figured if I tell it now, anybody asks, I could just direct them to this video and say, here's the story. So very quickly, Sunday I was here at the shop. And halfway through the day, I got really tired, but then my heart was pounding. I didn't know what was happening. I thought I was having a heart attack. I thought I was having a Fred Sanford, thought I was going to go join Elizabeth. And I didn't know what to do. I've had some episodes over the past couple years. And at first, I thought maybe a panic attack, from stress. And then sometimes I'd wake up in the middle of the night and I'd be sweaty and nauseous and shaky. And I thought at first, maybe I'm lactose intolerant. And then I thought maybe it's sugar crash. And I thought, well, maybe the sugar crash is caused by alcohol because that's basically what alcohol is. So I started eating more and better and drinking less. But I believe a lifetime of heavy drinking, really. And stress, when I took over the store 4 years ago and the world went upside down, there was a lot more stress than I've really dealt with. A lot more consistent stress. Everybody has stress, but mine was like a day-to-day, thing. Because the store needed a lot of work. I wasn't sure what was going to happen. So, Sunday, back to that. Heart pounding away. Felt weak. I called Justin, my right-hand man. He lives right around the corner. I said, hey, man. First, I was going to go home. And I was like, that's probably not a good idea. So I can't remember if I called Nicole or Justin first, but I explained what was happening. And so Justin came to pick me up and we went to urgent care nearby. And Nicole met us there and we go in and the guy goes, yes, well, what's your problem? And I was like, well, I'm having a heart thing. He goes, no, we don't do that here. He goes, go to the hospital, we'll get you an ambulance. I'm like, no, I got a ride. Nicole drove me there. Blah, blah, blah. Go in, do the whole thing. And they decided to keep me overnight. Now, full disclosure, for a while now, pardon me, I'll keep it medical, there has been blood in my stool occasionally. And I figured, all right, you probably got an ulcer from the drinking and from stress. And I noticed that it would only happen if I had a little extra drinks on a night. 1 or 2 drinks, fine. 3, 4, 5. Sometimes there'd be a little bit of blood. Me being me, I was like, it's fine. I'll just drink less. But I started to worry, so I did go to get a colonoscopy a few months back. And at my age, you should do it anyway. But I'm thinking it's cancer, it's polyps, it's God knows what it is. Let me go get it checked out. They didn't find anything. But they also said there was about 20% that was occluded. That, I did all the prep work, but apparently, so I was like, that 20% should be fine. Because I'm an idiot, admittedly. But they wanted to schedule a second one, and I was like, yeah, I'll get to it. And then they said you should also have endoscopy, which is from the mouth down. So, colonoscopy, bottom up, to the bottom of your small intestine. Endoscopy, mouth down, to where the other one would meet, I don't know why they don't just do them both at once. It would save a lot of trouble. So, I told the doctor what was going on. And they're like, well, we're going to put a finger in your butt. And so she did. And of course, me being nervous, I make jokes. So of course, I'm lying there with the doctor's finger. And I said, wow, it's just like my prom night all over again. Anyway, she found a little blood. And she goes, guess who's staying in the hospital overnight? And I suck. So they didn't have any available rooms. So they put me on a bed, on a gurney, really, in the hallway at Morristown Hospital. And they were like, we'll get your room. We're waiting. And so Nicole stayed with me for a while. But then it got to be like 9 o'clock at night. She had to go home and feed the cats. And I think they were about to kick her out anyway because visiting hours end at like 8. So there I am in my sneakers and my jeans and a gown. I wasn't going to take my pants off to get comfortable because I'm in the hallway. I'm wearing boxers, but come on now. And they never got me a room that night. So I'm just sitting in the hallway. There's a curtain, but it offers very little privacy. The lights are bright. There's people constantly walking by and talking. So I didn't get any sleep. I got to talking to the doctors, And he asked me, the one doctor, oh, what do you do for a living? I own a comic shop. He's like, what, really? Oh, man, my family in the Philippines, they love American comic books, and I send them comics and all that. So we had a conversation about that. I told him, like, stop by. If I don't drop dead, you know, stop by the shop. I'll hook you up with some books to send out to your family. Now, the other doctor I started talking to, I forget how it came up. So he's a bass player. So one guy is into comics. The other guy is a bass player. So they were my buddies for the night, and we were chit-chatting and stuff. But about 3 in the morning, I said, I can't sleep at all. You know, is there something? So they gave me a pill. I don't know what it was. It didn't do jack diddly, to be honest. My phone was dying. I had my charger, but there's no port, you know, no outlet near me because I'm in the middle of the hallway. So one of the nurses let me plug it in behind her desk, and that was nice. But meanwhile, I was just sitting there. I barely had phone service until before the battery died. So, but you know, I talked to a few people, my mom, my dad, let them know what's going on, and just kind of sat there in abject misery, worried and sad, and you know, all that. So about 7 in the morning, I got very little sleep, like I said. They moved me upstairs into a room, which at first I was very excited to have a room until I met my roommate. We'll get back to that. So they said, okay, you know, poking and prodding, and they did a chest x-ray and all that stuff. And they go, we're going to do the endoscopy, but probably not till about 4:30. And then, so I was just sitting there all day. I slept on and off a little bit, but I said, well, do I get to go home after that? He said, well, it depends on what we find, you know. So I was kind of just being a pain in the dick saying, can you do it earlier? Is a way, like, this sucks. I got to be back at work tomorrow. I own my own small business. Tuesdays are important. I need to be there. And so they bumped it up to like 2:30, which was nice of them. Very nice of them. So they did the thing. They found nothing. I've got my chart thing here. I figured it'd be an ulcer or some sort of lesions. They said if the blood's darker, you know, in your stool, which it was, they said it's the darker the blood, the higher up it starts because it goes through everything, gets darker as it goes. So I was like, maybe something here, there, I don't know. But they did the upper GI endoscopy, and there's a lot of technical stuff in here that I don't understand. But they did a biopsy on the Schottky ring, whatever that is. They said I may have a small hiatal hernia, which is like up here. May have gastritis. May have celiac disease, which means no more bread, which I don't know if I can live like that. So they said, look, you got to get another colonoscopy, but do the prep right this time so we can see everything. And he said, and if that doesn't work, we see nothing. Apparently there's a little pill you can take with a little camera in it, and then you swallow it, and after 2 days or so, it's out the other end, and then I guess I'd have to fish it out of my... I don't want to do any of this, man. This is terrible. And then they could see the entire tract, the entire GI tract. So, I don't know. I've got pictures of my innards. I don't know why they gave them to me. I said, what am I supposed to do with this? Put it on my OnlyFans? I'm not going to show them I'll just show them real quick because I don't know if that violates any sort of Facebook standards. It's just like my esophagus and down into my intestine. It's really weird looking. So that's where that stands. The problem is, full disclosure once again, I got nothing to hide. They told me my insurance had expired in January. Nobody told me. I never got any paperwork for that. So now tomorrow I have to figure that out because I'm not going to go get my second colonoscopy without my insurance. And I'm dreading what's going to happen if I can't re-up because I don't want to know what that hospital bill is going to be like. So that's where it stands. I feel fine. They let me out yesterday. I got home. Nicole drove me back to the shop to get my car. Got home around 7 and had some soup and just relaxed. And my stomach was all wonky because I couldn't eat or drink even water for hours and hours and hours before the procedure. Whatever. So that's where it's at. I don't know what's going to happen next, but I'm definitely going to take better care. I mean, I always, you know, like I said, I cut back on the drinking, but I think right now, until further notice, nothing. Which sucks because I love drinking. Who doesn't? But that's probably half of the thing that got me into the situation I'm in. Like I said, probably stress, probably just old age, you know. I'm 51 and I've never been really good at self-care. But before I wrap this up, like I said, I just want to make this video because I don't want to have to talk to everybody. Tomorrow's Wednesday here at the shop. It's our busiest day of the week. Every customer is going to want to know. I've had so many text messages and calls and Facebook messages and thoughts and prayers and words of encouragement, and it's really overwhelming. I get a little emotional thinking about it. So let me just jump into the goofy part, and then I'm getting the hell out of here. So this roommate, I think his name was Ben, older guy. I get in there like 7 in the morning into the room, and he's feeling chatty. I'm not. I haven't slept, and I'm trying to be courteous. So he's like, "Oh, how you doing? Blah blah blah." And then I don't know if the nurse said something or what, but he found out I'm a musician. Turns out he's a musician. He was a bass tuba player in a reggae band for years. He starts going on and on about, I played here and did that. We played this place, and Bruce Springsteen was there down the shore, and he came up and jammed with us, and we had drinks together. And who have you played with? Do you know this guy? Do you know, Johnny Sakamani? Or I'm like, I don't know anybody, man. I just want to get some sleep. Then he starts showing me his little Bluetooth boombox. He's like, look at this thing. It sounds great. It's got 2 subwoofers. I could light up a whole party with this. I'm like, okay, yeah, again, sleeping I would like to do. And then he's telling me about his Spotify. I've got so many Spotify songs that I'm in their top 1 percentile. They got in touch with me and said I'm in their top 1 percentile of Spotify users. I don't know what that gets you in life, but and then he starts playing music, and I was like, this just maybe I do want to die just right now. So I dozed a little bit. Nurse comes in, checks his vitals, closes the curtain between us. I was so out of it, I didn't even realize there was a curtain. I would have closed that shit way earlier. And so she's talking to me, asking me questions. I'm asking her questions. Jerk off over here behind the curtain starts answering. We're having a conversation about my medical history, my medical future, and Bouncy Ben over there is chiming in. I'm like, are you kidding me with this guy? So I'm looking at the nurse. I'm like, the hell? And I think he's been there before, or he's been there for a while, because he knew everybody's names and they knew him, and they're all just kind of eye-rolling at his shenanigans. So I sleep a little bit, wake back up, and he's moaning in pain. I don't know what his condition was. I don't care what his condition was. That's his private Idaho. So I wake up from dozing off, and there's food there by my bed, Jell-O and lemon ice and chicken broth and a water, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm not supposed to have anything. Why is this here? Is this a test? So I'm staring at it like shit. So I call Nicole just to get her caught up on what's going on. Curtain's still closed. I'm on the phone with my girlfriend, and I tell her, yes, I woke up from sleeping and there's food here and I'm not supposed to have anything, so I don't know what to do. From behind the curtain, I hear, if you're not gonna eat that, can I have your chicken broth? The chicken broth here is really good. Like, are you shitting me? I'm on the phone with my girl, having a private conversation. This guy's making me fucking nuts. So, luckily after that, he slept for a while. And he kept trying to talk to me. I was like, hey man, I just want to go back to sleep. And he kept talking. And I just started ignoring him. I'm like, what do you want me to tell you? And I think I heard him complaining at one point to a nurse about me. Like, what am I supposed to do? I'm supposed to be your best friend now? I'm having problems. You're having problems. Let our problems be our separate problems, okay? I didn't come to the ER. If I wanted to make friends, I would have went to summer camp, right? I'm rambling. I'm sorry. I'm still tired. So that's it. I got to find out what's going on with my insurance. I have to get some more testing done. They're doing some biopsy stuff. I don't know. A friend of mine recommended, if I can pull it off, get a CT scan, because he had something going on with him and they didn't see anything until they gave him a CAT scan, and then they found some stuff and saved his life. So that's it. That's the situation. I'm not thrilled with it. Who would be? But 51 years of running around and treating my body like an amusement park. It's finally said, take it easy, pal. So I don't know. I'm going to have to probably change my diet, especially if it's a celiac thing. No more bread. Yeesh. And I'm sorry, I've gone on way too long. But thank you, everybody, so much, seriously, for the words of support and encouragement. And everybody, oh, what can I do for you? What can I do for you? I'm like, you can take me in a time machine back to when I was 25 and tell me to knock it the fuck off, so I don't have to deal with this now. But thanks again, everybody. I'll let you know. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Hope you're well. I apparently am not. Fuck. All right. Bye.